Well, here we are again. Anyway, I'd just like to mention Greek George, great pal of all Manchester, basically, and he died recently. And I did a memorial video to him, really, just thinking a few friends would all be interested, and a bit of humour and a poem, which was close to me. And it went mad, and it got over 1,100 followers. When normally if I get 400, 500, I'm over the moon, because I don't know why, but I can't pick up the number that you'd expect, because the priceless gems, works of art. So anyway, up came George, and just as a side story, I've got him now as a screensaver, and I didn't do it. Nobody did it. It just appeared because I didn't know how to do it. So Georgie sat with me now while I'm doing these. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, to be honest. Anyway, at his funeral, I sat there like I do in my wheelchair, and a few people came up and they said how grateful they were for the videos. Well, I couldn't believe it. It really meant so much. And Shah Salisbury. Is that right? Yes, it is, Shah Salisbury. Well, we met there, and I know she follows me now on Facebook, so hiya, Shah. And memories of George again, eh? God bless. Well, I waited a week to see what Starmer and Co got up to, what I can go on about, whinge and whine and grumpy this and grumpy that, because there's bound to be plenty of it. Anyway, so much has happened that I'll never squeeze it in the 10 minutes, so I'm not even going to mention them all, really. And besides that, I've got to get my priorities right. So stand by. The lovely Barbara Bell has had a makeover. Can't say her age, but I find it quite unbelievable, but fabulous, Barbara. Anyway, I thought if she can, I can. So I went to Miss Bramall in Bramall, Maria, and had my beard and hair trimmed, number 3. So I thought that was a bit of eye candy then for the Russian models I'm inundated in. They don't seem to get the hint that I've seen more tits than I know what to do with, so they can stop flashing them. I'm not interested. How could I say that, eh? God, that is getting old. Anyway, it just reminded me of this joke. You know you're getting old when friends with benefits means a girlfriend who can drive in the dark, hey? Well, that brings it all to rest, doesn't it, eh? Crying out loud. Well, Starmer's learnt a new word, eh? All those years at public school, and he's come out with pragmatic. Now, I've heard it before, everybody twittering on about it, but I've never really understood what it meant. Me, an author of 4 books, have I mentioned it? That's the 4th. Anyway, pragmatic. So I looked it up, and here it is. Dealing with things sensibly and realistically, based on practicalities rather than theoretical considerations. Well, how's that going then, Keir Starmer, whatever his bloody name is? Anyway, hey, can't get your breath, can you? Fancy using that in his position? Can't even buy his own suits. I hope whiter than white, Asian Pakistani Lord Ali has kept all the receipts for all these wonderful items of clothing picked by a shopper, can you believe, especially for Starmer's wife. But whoever picked his suit wants bloody shooting. He looks like a bag of shit. It's the same old style, same old colours, too big, and absolute rubbish. And what about the Harry Potter glasses? £1,000 a pair, for crying out loud. Well, you can't polish a turd, can you? Eh? And it really comes to mind when you look at his bloody hairstyle. Unstyled, public school, typical lump of hair on the head, combed back to look splendid, and looks absolute rubbish. Well, you think that's bad enough, but when you see him walking, overweight, arms rigid down by his sides, no style at all, even with that, his walking gait. Eh? And talking of style, Angela Rayner. Can you see that? Well, he wants to go and get his money back for that lot she's bought, for crying out loud. Polish? Oh, you couldn't polish that. She's paid 68k for a photographer. £68,000. And I'm not getting me bloody winter fuel allowance. But that's out of a parliamentary exes, can you believe, for her image photos. Well, have you seen this suit? Looks like she's got a hard on. What the hell's going on? Like a kid in a toy shop. He's gone to a couple of places, travelling the world, the USA and Italy. And like a big kid with a new toy, he flashes this new Prime Minister's red briefcase. Well, it makes you wonder what he carries in it, doesn't it? Because look at the results when he's come back. Well, what does he carry in it? Oh, there you go. Well, that's it then. Right, so he goes to the States to meet Biden. And lo and behold, he's sat in a room with about 20 other people asking Biden to put his name to firing missiles that the Yanks make into Russia. Well, he won't. There's more bloody sense, that's why. Leaving office with that one round his neck, he doesn't need that. So, because he won't, Starmer won't. So that's that out the window. Totally out of his depth. So what does he do? He takes on illegal immigration and goes to Italy. Meets the female Prime Minister, with whom he gets on very well, really. Perhaps Lord Ali will send her a couple of dresses. But anyway, he gets on really well, and she explains their immigration treatment, where she ships them all out to somewhere in Albania. Sounds an excellent idea. So Starmer's been looking at that, but what do? They put them in the next best thing to a prison camp. Allegedly. Well, there it goes. What did it prove, eh? You can't get wrinkles on a balloon, whatever colour. That's it. Job done. Let's go and get some dresses off Ali. Who on earth picked Martin Hewitt, OBE, QPM, Queen's Police Medal, for the position? Head of Border Security Command. Because despite going through Kent Constabulary for a few years and then on to the Met, where he managed the investigations of serving police officers, you can't get your breath, can you? And anyway, he had experience in Kent in sheep dipping and desk driving. So he just not really got off to a good start, has he? So in 2005, he was in the Met, and then he left to be the National Police Chiefs Council lead at 200 grand a year. So there you go. Never seen an angry man, never made an arrest, in charge of the police. Well, it looks like he had no idea what they do. So we've now got head of border security not knowing what the hell he's doing, leaving it all to the National Crime Agency, who do, as it happens, and they've just had a good success in Rotherham with the Asian paedophiles. Can't wait till they get stuck into Manchester's failures. There's plenty of them. Anyway, another story. So, with the crossing numbers at their greatest ever, Martin Hewitt, OBE, CBE, QPM, get on with it. I'll give you lessons if you want.